Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Midday Live, even though it's not midday. But listen, we're not going to change the name of the show just because we started early. Big up to everyone that's here. Smash a like on the video. Big up to everyone that's locked in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to the lads. Link in description. And of course, if you got 3 points, raise your hand. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Can I just say I'm here by default? Yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm on the bottom shelf by default here, yeah?
Yeah, default.
It's normally Saeed, man. Normally
Yeah,
Saeed
I'm doing a Saeed.
You're doing a Saeed this week, man.
But hold on a minute. Look at, you know what I mean, Dan, you said that, Monday nights, we won. You know what I mean? We won on Sunday.
You did, man.
You know what I mean? So
big up to you yesterday, man. Big up to you yesterday as well, man. Big up to you yesterday. GG's. You know what I'm saying? GG's for yesterday, man.
Come on. Listen, Mons will be here. Don't worry, man. He's loading up people. So we're going to allow him to get in here. We're gonna just, you know what I mean?
Man. He's at a lay-in. That's what it is. He's at a lay-in.
Yeah, we're gonna delay it. We're gonna delay it, man. We're gonna delay it. Don's not here because he's obviously gone to the game. They're playing at 3 p.m. So big up to Don. But we do have a West Ham fan here. You know what I mean? Man like Dan Lawless. You get me? Dan, you're here. You know what I'm saying, TV? And Broski, you're in trouble. You are in big, big trouble because Tottenham, the resurgent Tottenham, Derry, and De Zerbi. Ash, I'll start with you. Big win.
Dog. De Zerbi, like, man, them told me, don't get giddy. You know what I'm saying? Act like you've been here before. But listen, if you've had the season that I've had, if you've seen the pain I've gone through, manager after manager, trying to get a bounce, but landing on concrete, buckling them knees, getting ACLs, bro. Literally, like, no puns. You gotta allow me. You gotta let me have this, bro. Yeah, you know I'm saying De Zerbi's turned the team around, in my opinion, and we're actually kicking ball, brother. I don't even recognize. I think a couple man them are pissed off though, because they're like, "Rah, this whole time, them man could ball out, and you've been putting us through this." Like, listen, I have to pour out one for my homies, for my West Ham brother down here, man. I have to pour one.
Oh wow. Oh damn.
I'm saying,
oh damn.
For my homie, because listen, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I know how it feels. The stress. And look, before we start, I know what all this is gonna do. Aston Villa, they didn't have their full team. You know what I'm saying? Aston Villa, they never turned up. You know what I'm saying? And I respect it because Villa, I have to shake hands with them. Real talk. They've got one hand and one eye on that cup. So I was there last season, you know what I'm saying? I was going for Europa. So we did the same thing. We had to rest a couple man them to rotate. I get in it, you know what I'm saying? And think about it, like, I think they did the mind games thing because we're 2 points behind Nottingham Forest now. And now Nottingham Forest are like, rah, you know what? We actually have to put out a strong team. These guys, they put out their strong team, it weakens them for that cup game. You get it? So look, listen, they know about their heritage. They said, listen, they respect our thing. They said, you know what? We can't let the man fall out. We can't. I know a lot of man on the panel. I'm not saying everyone. I know there's a couple man on the panel that wanted to see man drop out. You get it? But it looks like we ain't here nowhere, man. Looks like we're here around to stay for a little piece. But yeah, listen, I'll just end it on this, man. So I don't want to go on too much. You know what I mean? Like, Conor Gallagher, bro. He was moving like John Connor. You know what I'm saying? From Terminator 2. He was moving like the shot he took. Like
they doubted him, though, man. They doubted him. A lot of Tottenham fans doubted Conor Gallagher, but
I was with him. Listen, he's still got a lot to prove, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's still, you know what I mean? But he was like the 12th man. I'll be real. There was like 2 Conor Gallaghers on the pitch. The way he was hunting impacts, running down, out of ball possession. You know, that's really popular at the moment. So, yeah, man, listen, big up to him. He got man of the match. For me, my man of the match was Paulinho. I'm not going to lie. Paulinho bossed it. Switching the play, balls over the top, winning challenges. They might like, and I was there with them, man. So listen, I don't get to do this very much, guys. Let me have my moment, man. But big up, man. I'll let Lawless on, man.
You know, Lawless, how much do you hate Aston Villa right now? How much do you hate Aston Villa for the lineup that they put out? You know what I mean? I know they've got a game against Forest on midweek, but how badly do you hate Aston Villa right now for putting that squad that they did against Tottenham? You know what I mean? The lineup.
Aston Villa is my most hated team. I hate it more than Spurs. I hate it more than Arsenal, more than Chelsea. I despise Aston Villa. And you know what? It's not even just about the lineup, right?
Yeah.
Some of these players, like Jadon Sancho, right?
First,
I want you and your fan base to fucking apologize for gassing.
Oh, we don't claim him anymore. We don't.
No, you used to. You used to be Sancho FC. You used to be Sancho FC. You used to cry at the manager for not picking him. Like you tried to have us all believe that this guy was actually a footballer. Like
he was, but he just lost his ways.
Nah,
he lost his ways. That's all it is. Mentality. You know what I mean? You don't have it.
Not League One.
Shout out J-Mar, by the way. Shout out J-Mar first and foremost.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. He's still there. You know what I mean? I don't claim him anymore. Like, he ain't one of us.
Respect to Ash, but that is probably the biggest load of waffle I've heard in a long time. What you just said.
Wow.
There's Zerbi, he's coming, he's changed us. Like, look at they beat a Wolves side that were relegated, barely beat a Wolves side that were already down, and they've beat an Aston Villa team. And I could be angry about the line, right? I get it. Okay, you rotate. It's not even to me about the rotation. It's about the fucking performance. Aston Villa did not, for one single minute of that game, try to win it. Not one single win. Even when they scored that goal, that just pissed me off even more because you've just gone, right, okay, look, there's no chance of us winning. Let's just make it not look as obvious and get that one goal, right? Just so it don't look as bad. That whole game, they gave the ball away, like, willingly, time and time again. The Gallagher goal. Oh, Gallagher, John Connor. That fucking goal. Martinez but let that in. He let it in. What was that? It just rolled in slow motion as Martinez just was like, oh, let me just better save that. Oh, no, I just miss it. Emery and Martinez are bitter Arsenal rejects. That's what they are. Bitter Arsenal rejects. They can't handle that they didn't work out at that club, so they got to go and suck off their rivals. Yeah.
So you're suggesting that those two players purposely play?
Yeah, I was going to say
because they don't like Arsenal. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, I think there's an element of that. I've seen Arsenal fans suggest that Fulham rolled over for them. Fulham rolled over for them because a lot of their players are Arsenal fans. I've heard that, but you just cannot tell me. Like, I've never ever seen that. I've never seen that. I could talk about last season, when Spurs were resting players. Even when Spurs were getting battered in games, right? There was at least a minute or two where Spurs
hello, boys. I'm hearing someone cry about players being dropped. I'm hearing people cry about their teams in the relegation. It looks like someone's been hammered, ain't it, Lawless? It looks like someone's been hammered. I thought I'd just quickly join in, do-rag ready.
Palm trees in London now.
Where you look at your life changed?
Life's changed, man. That's what happens when you get 3 points. We're in the palm trees.
Look how back-to-back wins is doing.
Ain't so gloomy over here.
Come on. He's making excuses. He's saying that was a weak team. George, what do you say to the allegations? What do you say?
I say 3 points. That's all I say. I told you boys last week, all Spurs needed was 3 points, and that's what we done. We got the 3 points. We got the job done. Out of the relegation, we do the job next week, and we're done. I think it's done. We get 3 points against Leeds. Arsenal probably beat West Ham. We're done. We're saved. We're staying up. Already said it. Let's get the party on, lads. Ash, we start.
You say Nick was your man of the match?
Like a little party in last day of the season.
No barbecue. I hear it still.
Little barbecue or something. I think we can already make the plan.
Oh, steady on, bro.
Job not finished, man. Job not finished.
Are you saying it's job done? Yeah, job done.
Nah, be honest. Nah, I'm just joking around. I do think job's not done. 25% of the way there. I'm not gonna lie. The nerves are definitely gonna kick back in next week. But right now, we're gonna enjoy our time. We got on. Conor Gallagher, he money sleeved it off. I was gonna give one, but I thought let's hold off here. Another week, innit? Another week I might get Conor Gallagher money sleeve. But away from that, you already know, 3 points. We're out of relegation zone. Celebrating.
Come on.
Dan, make sure you do your job next week.
You know what's
Nah,
magic?
we got it, man. We must. Let's be real. Let's be real.
You must not, Potts.
You can, Lawless, cry. And I hear yesterday I was disgraced by what Villa did in Emery. But really and truly, you have to look at yourselves as well against Palace and Brentford, man. You got whooped against Brentford, and you played a Palace side that went out on the piss and fucking couldn't beat them. So really and truly, West Ham can cry, but they need to look at themselves as well, man. It ain't all about our boo-hoo West Ham, because West Ham, in my opinion, in the first half, I thought you could have done better against Brentford. I thought you should have scored at least one goal. And against Palace, I was falling asleep watching that game. It was so shit. So you can cry about it as much as you want, man. West Ham deserve to be down there right now, man. So we need to go beat you next week. And unfortunately, I look like you're going down now, bro.
No, you're not an Arsenal fan. Like, if you want us to lose, like, fuck the league. Fuck the league. Some things are bigger, right? Let me appeal to every Arsenal player, Arteta, all the fans, right? You'll have another chance to win the league, right? You'll have another chance to win your league. Ask yourself, will you have another chance to relegate Tottenham? Will you?
Wow.
Like, and I think the answer is no. So I think if you're really Arsenal,
that's true.
You know what I mean?
This is 3 years.
I can't lie, Lon.
Come on.
You should take his
LB agrees. What a surprise. LB agrees.
Brother, yeah, you've got on a real, yeah, you have a once in a lifetime opportunity to relegate Spurs.
No, but we can't relegate Spurs. West Ham should relegate Spurs, not Arsenal.
That's the problem. Is the problem with West Ham, and the problem always will be, is you're relying on everyone else to bring your glory, to save you. You want someone else to come and save your day. Save your damn self. Why don't you boys go out there, put in a good performance, go beat Arsenal like you have every other year when it's been title on the line for them. When there's no pressure on you boys, you want to go out there and turn it up. Now there's pressure on you. Like, oh, Arsenal, please give us some points. Come on.
It's all perspective. Lawless, it's all perspective, because if you go and beat Arsenal, and then just undo, first of all, you're relegating Spurs, or you could be relegating Spurs, and then you're probably stopping Arsenal from winning the league. See, it's about perspective. You're talking about everyone else, like what George said, everyone else. But if you get that job done, you guys are the heroes. You're the hero of your story. You're the hero.
You can be the main character.
You're the ones that go down in history.
You can step up and be the main character.
Relegating your London rivals and stopping your other rivals from winning the league.
Look at he's starting to get happy thinking about it, man.
One second. And Lawless, I'm sorry, man, but there's someone else I want to speak to you, man.
Nah, fuck. Bro, this guy has been talking utter bollocks. He's been talking utter bollocks for 24 hours straight. Shut your bitch ass mouth and hold your licks, because Saeed, and Dan Potts can attest to this. We're in the group chat. The 12-man group chat. Don can attest to this as well. Bro, for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, him and flipping Wolfie, 2-man step, every single day they're talking about Tottenham. Every single day they're talking about Tottenham. Tottenham. All the time. You know what? Sometimes I dip my toe in. But I don't speak as much as these, man. Now, leading up to this game, West Ham are going to stay up. Yeah, Spurs, they're defeated. There's no sample size for results. Now, all of a sudden, he's doing hate-alongs telling us, this is it. This is a travesty. There's no integrity in football. Shut your mouth. When Crystal Palace rested 7 players off the back of a boozy weekender and you didn't beat them, did you see us saying the same thing you were saying?
Did they not try?
No.
Did they
what
not
do you mean
try
they fucking tried? I saw Brennan Johnson miss a free header from 2 yards out. What do you mean they tried? They didn't score.
Chances.
They didn't score. They created one chance. One chance. You should have killed us. You know that meme? You know that meme with that black guy and he's holding his face like, you fucked up. You should have killed us. You should have killed me when you had the chance. You should have killed us. You didn't kill us and now you're paying for your sins. You know what? Straight shootout. You've been talking so much bullshit the last couple of weeks. 3 games left. Let's see what you got. Apparently you got this bigger sample size. You've got a longer track record of winning in 2026 in comparison to Tottenham. So it should be no problem. It should be no problem.
Funny about that, Tobes.
Simple.
He's got lucky, man.
The funniest thing about this.
Apologise to Conor Gallagher, Tobes. Apologise then. You're all sucking him off now.
I ain't apologising for shit. He's fucking dog shit. It's about time he turned up. He got his credit yesterday. I said he played excellent. Good. But he's been fucking shit for Tottenham. Shut up.
Lawless, and this is how you know it's over. You've been chasing us for 3, 4, 5 months to get ahead of us. We chase you for 2 weeks and we're back. Trust me, your job's done. 2 weeks.
Boy.
It only
I
took
hope
2
you
weeks to
stay
get back
there.
ahead of you. You chased us for 4 months.
Oh, I can't lie.
Boy.
I promise you, yeah, you better fucking pray, especially you, Toads. You better pray. All of you better pray, Spurs fans, that you fucking stay up, because if you go down, it is so long.
But do you believe?
bro.
Why are you sending threats?
You're
What do
already
you
done.
believe? This
Yeah,
thing?
Saeed, he's sending
Do you
Saeed.
believe
He's sending threats when he's been doing more talking than me and George. He's been doing more talking. How are you sending us threats when you're the one doing the talking? You're the one that's sticking your fucking pigeon chest out, telling us, "Oh, we're staying up, we're staying up, we're staying up." You're the one doing all the talking. Yes, you did. Yes, you fucking did.
No
Yes, you
evidence
did.
for anything that you're
Yes, you
saying.
did.
You're just talking
Yes, you
nonsense.
did. So you never said you're staying up. You never said you're staying up over the
I've
last couple
never
of
said
weeks.
categorically 100% we're definitely staying up.
Oh, sorry,
I've never
because you
said
didn't
that.
have the 100%. You said I
said
believe we're
Spurs are
staying
the
up.
favourites to go down. I said Spurs
Oh,
were
shut up,
favourites.
man. Yes, you do this shit all the time. You do this shit all the time. You say bullshit, then you try and recant on your bullshit, but by using all these technicalities. Oh, I didn't say it word for word. You fucking said it. You said it. You said you're staying up. You said we're going down. Shut up. You told us. You literally said to me last week, we don't have a big enough sample size to suggest that we can go and beat Aston Villa. You said that on Potts' fucking stream. You said that last week.
Oh.
You said that.
And Aston
You
Villa
said that.
actually
You
tried to
said
win the
that.
game.
You said these things. I didn't say these things. You said these things. Okay, and Crystal Palace. Oh, they played for the win, yeah? They played for the win. Is that what
They
that Palace game? You're going to tell me they played for the win?
Go
Shut
and
up,
watch
man.
the
Shut up. Shut up.
I sat there
3
and said,
games
"Fuck
left.
the Palace
3
playing."
games left. 3 games left. You got the bigger sample size. You got what was that bullshit you were telling me? Oh, we're the third most or fourth most informed team in 2026. Bank on that. Yeah. But last time I checked,
You're the
last
one
time
who's crying about referee decisions.
Last time I checked, we have half our team missing. We have our captain missing. We have our playmaker missing. We have our second playmaker
That's your
missing.
own
Our
fault.
right winger
That's your
missing.
fault.
Our striker
That's
missing.
your fault.
No. I'm saying this to you. You've got near enough a fully fit team, and you're the fifth most informed team in 2026. Don't worry about Tottenham. Do your job. Do your fucking job.
Yes,
yeah.
we have to do
Then we'll
our
see
job.
where the chips land in May.
But I
Stop
still feel
crying
like
about
we
Aston
have
Villa.
to see it.
No. Stop crying about Aston Villa. Aston Villa aren't the reason you're in this mess. You're in this mess because you got battered by Brentford on the weekend, and you didn't beat fucking Crystal Palace when they did the same damn thing Aston Villa did. So stop looking for handouts for other teams. Stop looking for handouts for other teams.
Let me just chime in. I think for me, that's the key point there, Lawless. You're not doing your own job. That draw, when I look at it, Crystal Palace, like, did the manager really set out himself for a draw there? Really, when he could have went for it? Look at Bournemouth. They thrashed Palace for a team that we know is going to be in the conference final. They're distracted. You went to Brentford. Yeah, cool. The first half was decent. Maybe could have got a goal or two. But now you need to win a game. Now it's not a case of getting a point. Now you need to start winning games. And are you confident now? Can you beat Arsenal? Can you beat Leeds? Can you beat Newcastle away? Like, these are big fixtures, bro. Tottenham are doing their job. You can't really go mad at Tottenham. They've done their job. They got 2 wins. Are you doing your job, though?
No, listen. Two things can be true, right? On one hand, yeah, I can be pissed that Aston Villa basically did not even try to win. But I can also be pissed at ourselves because Nuno wasn't brave enough against Palace. Palace, right, did not roll up like Villa did yesterday. You compare them performances. However, they were still there for the taking, and Nuno weren't brave enough. We didn't go for it like we should have. It seemed like we was happy to get the point. And I said at the time, that's not a good point. And I was told it was a great point. But now it's looking like a terrible point. And in Brentford, Tobes is the same guy and the same fan base that have cried about referee decisions time and time again. Now, I'm pissed at how we performed yesterday in the second half anyway, so we have to look at ourselves. But still, we should have had a penalty. The offside thing for Mavropanos that was ruled out was like his arm. Like everything went against us in that game anyway, right? But Spurs can cry about referee decisions every single week.
Wasn't you the one doing up tweets, doing up threads about how that wasn't a handball when Fernandez done it last week?
Exactly.
You were the one talking about how the referee made the right decision. But now
but
it's
it evened out
wrong
anyway.
this time. It's
Exactly.
like you're trying to play
Yeah,
both
we
should
sides
have
of
had
the
a pen.
story. It's don't
Yeah,
work like that.
but Lawless, yes, it evened out. Yeah,
And you was all crying about that.
No, bro. I pointed out to you the inconsistencies of the referee. That wasn't the reason why we lost. I've never once said to you, oh, we lost this game because of a refereeing decision, even though we've had some egregious decisions go against us this season. We lost the game because we've been crapped fair and square. And Saeed will attest to this because I say it all the time on the Big Six. That is secondary. The primary objective is our performance, and our performances fundamentally have not been good enough. The same way your performances have not been good enough the last couple of weeks. Simple. I don't understand why we're doing all this. Why we're doing all this flipping? Oh, but you're calling about refereeing decisions, bro. You didn't handle your business, and Spurs went to Villa and handled the business in a way that you didn't expect. You can talk about Aston Villa not turning up, etc., etc., but we played with a level of intensity and intent that we haven't played with over the last couple of years. It actually looked for the first time in weeks like a team desperate to win. Desperate. When was the last time you could actually say Tottenham from minute 0 to minute 90 have played like a team desperate to win that game of football?
When the
They're committing bodies forward, constantly pressing like animals. And all you want to do is talk about how Aston Villa threw the game away. I think that is totally disingenuous because teams have been doing this for years. You literally did the same thing when you're going for the Europa League. Or Conference League, sorry. And now you want to cuss Aston Villa. Why should Aston Villa prioritize what you want over them winning silverware?
Do you not remember that Arsenal fans were crying?
Yeah, the manager didn't ask the players to play as shit as they did. And some of those players that were playing, they fielded more first-team players than we did. Everyone keeps telling me they rotate the team. They fielded more first-team players than we did. Go and look at the bench and go and look at the starting 11. They had more first-team players available than Tottenham did.
It's about the effort.
We're playing with our fifth, sixth choice left winger. We had a central midfielder come on to play striker. We had a number 8, 19-year-old play left wing. We had our second choice right back playing right wing, and people want to talk to me about Aston Villa rotating their team. What is happening in football? What is actually happening?
Let me just
deep what I'm saying before you start talking all this bullshit about Aston Villa rotating their team. Deep what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Look at the team we played. Look at the subs we made, and then look at the performance.
Let me just ask the neutrals. Yeah, LB, start with you. Do you think now Tottenham have stayed up now when it looked like it was bleak? You think now they're staying up?
I think the Palace game was the killer for West Ham, man. Because
looking back,
I watched that game. I was on with Potsy on his channel. I was watching the game, and I think if I remember correctly, if they would have won that night, I think they would have gone 5 points clear of Spurs that night. With like 5 games to go or whatever, and that's a big ask. And they drew, and I think that was the killer, man. And obviously, De Zerbi's come in. He's got them playing. You know, I think the players enjoy playing that style of football. And when you watch West Ham, they just look dry. They look like they're scrapping for everything. You know what I mean? And like it's a hard chore. You know what I mean, to get a result. Whereas I look at Spurs now under De Zerbi, and I don't know, man. I just feel like the players are responding to him. So yeah, I think West Ham are probably done. Obviously, they've got to, like you say, they've got to start winning games, man. They've got to start winning games, and I just think they look too dry for it, man. Do you get me? So, yeah, I think West Ham now are the ones that are going down. I think that De Zerbi appointment was mega, just in time as well, man. If they would have left it a couple more weeks, it probably would have been chalked, innit?
Yeah. Mons, what are you saying? Who's going down for you now when you look at it?
I don't know, man. It's looking like the Hammers are gonna go down. Obviously, I do have stocked in Jared Bowen, so it would obviously favor me more seeing West Ham go down. But I just think what I saw from the Brighton game from Spurs, and I tweeted this, and I got a lot of flack from, funny enough, the Arsenal fans, obviously, but like also some other fans as well. Like I said, if they play like how they did against Brighton for the rest of the season, they'll probably stay up. Because with the thing is with Tottenham, they're not used to being in relegation scrap. West Ham obviously have way more experience in a situation like this. But I said if Spurs just out passion teams for the rest of the season, it's likely they stay up because they still have better players than West Ham from top to bottom. Obviously, of course, West Ham have been playing better. West Ham's front line is better. Spurs have injuries. There's still little intangibles here, but Spurs just needed to up their energy levels to at least an 8 out of 10, and they managed to get a couple of results. Now, the Wolves result, obviously questionable because it's obviously Wolves, and obviously Brighton, they were leading, and you saw them turn up for a short amount of time, especially in that game, and all of a sudden they found themselves ahead. Again, Aston Villa have rotated, so you could say they've had more fortune than West Ham. But for me, I feel like Tottenham are probably going to just edge it now. I feel like they've found that the new manager bounce is on its way. Whereas even though it's harsh on West Ham, obviously, because they're unbeaten in their last 3 up until the game just gone. I might be wrong.
Yeah. But then the context of it, got away with it against Everton, to be fair, and then this game here.
No, of course, of course. But I just think that Spurs are more in the ascendancy. They're now unbeaten in 3. When's the last time we could have said that? They got back-to-back wins. When's the last time we could have said that? And they're in the ascendancy. I think, and West Ham's fixtures, like the fixtures for West Ham, are nowhere near.
Which I did say, by the way. I said on
the league game,
overlooking these fixtures.
Yeah, and as I said, like, cool. Listen, Aston Villa, they rotated, of course, but there's still a game to win. I know it's shameless. There's still a game to go and win. Exactly, and 3 back-to-back wins that can almost take anyone out of a relegation zone apart from the bottom 2, realistically. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame because West Ham's wins have come. They've been like spread out. You know, I think you had the Fulham win. Then you had like a draw in there. Then then you lost to Aston Villa. Then you had a win against. Then you had another draw. You see what I'm saying? When you win in clusters, it's a lot more obvious in the table. When you have like a win, draw, loss, draw, a win, like it doesn't look the same on the table. But you know, it is what it is, man.
The elephant of the room of their home form, by the way. They got the worst home form in the league by far. So they've got 2 home games left. So we'll see.
But you think the lane's not going to be rocking after back to back?
Yeah, I was going to say
it's better that they're going to be at home. It's the other way around.
We will see.
It was rocking before Palace, and look how that turned out.
Yeah, but they
should have beat Brighton, man. They should have beat Brighton, and then so I feel like the form started at Brighton for me. That little bit momentum. Yeah, you got to give it to the Zerbi, man.
Showed them that it's the manager. It's the manager, bro. It's the manager. Yeah. And Saeed, this is why I was losing my rag when guys like Grizz and a few others on the show was telling me Thomas Frank should have stayed. Because if we had sat, I promise you, the same thing I said about the injuries, I'll say it with the manager. If we had sacked Thomas Frank in December and brought in the Zerbi in January, we wouldn't be anywhere near this battle. We wouldn't be anywhere near this battle. There was a period in January where we had a run of fixtures that should have kept us, that probably should have even pushed us into the top 10. We played Sunderland at home, Burnley away, West Ham at home. West Ham, by the way, who were dog shit at that point in time, right? And we got 2 points out of 9. We got 2 points out of 9 against those teams. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Listen, we Lawless, I understand the frustration completely. I'd be frustrated too. But my first instinct is to look inward. I'm not going to be going out there blaming other teams. I'm looking inward. Why have we put ourselves in this situation? Simple. You're blaming Aston Villa. What's that?
I do that every week. Every review, I cuss my team.
It's not about cussing the team. You're coming into the chat and the first thing is, Billy, there needs to be an investigation in your team. There's corruption, all of this stuff. What's happening?
The excuses, to be fair.
What's happening?
Listen, we're gonna move on. Big up Tobes, man, for the cameo. Dan
I'm out, man.
You know what I mean?
That was cathartic. That was cathartic. Thank you. Now I'm gonna hit my gym workout with peace. Lovely.
All right, bro.
Big up, Tobes.
We got 1.7k in the building, guys. Let's get these likes up, man. The likes are not even ratioing right now. We're here early, very bank holiday. Man are giving up their time, so please let's get these likes up right now. Super chats V33 says, not gonna lie, that Villa lineup was assist of the season, boy. Stephen Joe Chris says we should take care of the cockerel off the basketball and put Lawless on top of it instead. West Ham are a disgrace, and so Aston Villa must be a claret and blue thing. And then Designated Hotspur says here, when I said last time via my super chat that we could get 3 wins, Saeed and Dan Potts laughed. Here we go. Also, Palace made 4 changes. Stop crying, Lawless. Big up, Ash. Listen, it didn't look like that, though. Like, you can't go mad at Tottenham fans. Us fans are thinking at one point it looked like you were screwed. But I did say, though, that I didn't trust West Ham. I made it clear that as much as Tottenham were in trouble, I didn't trust West Ham. So, yeah, it is what it is. Villa lost, so Forest have to concentrate on the league. And Super Chat here says, let's not forget West Ham gave Wolves their first win of the season by losing 3-0. Damn. It's crazy. It's crazy. But listen, we're here for an interesting conversation because last night, or yesterday, should I say, we witnessed an exceptional game. You know what I mean? A thriller at the Old Trafford. You know what I mean? Word to Michael Jackson. Thriller. Listen, Months. You know, you used to say something called both of them. Remember that? What did you mean by both of them? What do you mean by that? Can you just clarify that quickly? What did you mean by both of them? Was it in connection to Ekitike and Isak? You know what I mean? Both? Well, how about we won at Anfield and we won at Old Trafford? That's a double. How about both of them? Yeah? On your football club. On your disgraceful champions. By the way, yeah, you Liverpool fans are disgraceful thinking champions ole, you know, when you are down where you are. I don't know if you heard that on camera, guys. Their fan base was singing champions ole, you know. Disgraceful. Your team that has been assembled, the amount of money that you spent, yeah? And what have you got to show for it, bro? What have you got to show for it? You're 24 points worse off than you are last season. And you, man, got dealt with. I don't want to hear these 2 goals, you know, because we gifted you them 2 goals. Appreciate
that, though. Appreciate that.
I appreciate it, but we gave you a little bit of hope.
Appreciate that.
But then guess who won it? A guy that loves to score against Liverpool. A guy that I feel like has been disrespected, not only on this platform, but in many other social medias. Kobbie Mainoo. Contract King Kobbie Mainoo. It had to be one of our own. And I'm glad it was one of our own. And we deserved to win that in the end. I went here in this last whatever minute you scored in and blah, blah, blah. Get out of here, man. Should have killed the game on first half. I said to you lot, we need to destroy Liverpool. And if Bruno Fernandes scores that goal, I'm telling you now, that score, it could have been scary for you lot. It could have been scary. But you man got away with it.
You didn't, because you guys are still going.
You, man. Yeah? You ain't got nothing to say to anybody. You should be walking down the street. Yeah? You should be walking down the street, head down, in shame. Your football club. Look at somebody's like pointing to the badge. Like we ain't won so many trophies in our career. Get out of here. And one person that I want to mention as well, that I don't think gets mentioned enough, is that I witnessed it live. Florian Wirtz just walking around trying to do something. Now, real talk, man. You know when you just think about it, you watch it on TV, you're like, he can't be that bad. Brother, he is bad. I don't want to care about what he did at Leverkusen. Talk about it in the Premier League. Because this guy just walks around, acts busy, and gets bullied off the ball. That's all he does. He acts busy and gets bullied off the ball. So we do need to talk about our player. Because the way that the media just tried to just, you know what, we'll just divert away from him. We'll just, he'll come good. Nah, we're not having that. And the only one regret that I have, there's 2 regrets, that we didn't beat you more convincingly, and that Salah, Isak, and all them players weren't there to witness that. Because I wanted them there. I wanted the excuse to go away. Because now, all you lot are going to say is, we didn't have our players. We didn't have our players. Even though your back line was still solid. Even though your midfield was still solid. You had a chance to bring on Rio. That's your manager.
Yeah, fair.
End of the day, for some respect to Michael Carrick, by the way. Yeah, the chat as well. You lot in the panel. Yeah, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, Villa.
Carrick in.
Brother. Yeah, Carrick in. How about that? Carrick in.
You want Carrick in?
Yes, Carrick in. Are you mad?
Is he at the wheel?
Yes.
At the wheel side.
Listen, them wheels are gone. You get me? We're on a different path. Cool, calm, collected Carrick. You feel me? You know what I'm saying to you? I just think for me, it's just disrespectful, bro. When a guy's done that job, yeah, done what he's done, yeah, you get me? We didn't have trophies to play for, but you got to give him the credit he deserves. Cool. You know what I mean? People say, but it's another Ollie, da-da-da-da. End of the day, he's done his job. So when you talk about Ollie or not, he's done his job. So for me, put respect on his name. Manchester United, King Kobbie, you feel me? And hold that months, man. Yeah, you just because you're slot out doesn't mean you can't get cooked, you know. Have you noticed this guy? Just because you're slot out does not mean you don't get cooked.
I deep it. It's been a while. I can tell. It's been a while. I can
What do you mean it's been a while? We've been here.
It's been a while.
Talk about your dead club.
No, welcome. It's been a while, Saeed, and I welcome you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about your dead club.
Me and you. How do I explain this? It's like I've waited for you to catch up. I've been waiting. I have been waiting. You know, my worst is not too far from your best, so there's that. And obviously, as you said, like, you know, when you're in the ascendancy, you just about win 3-2, and you put in a terrible performance in the second half. When I'm at my best and you're at your worst, I win 5s and 7s at your ground and at mine. So obviously, there is a difference between obviously like the best and the worst when it comes to our times. But yeah, man, listen, that first half could have been ugly. I ain't gonna lie, it could have been very ugly. I was thinking the worst. I was thinking, right, they're gonna get their lick back for certain games. Do you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. And listen, we can talk about refereeing decisions. We can talk about obviously having none of my attackers pretty much. Only having one actual attacker starting. Of course, we can talk about these things, having a right back start, right wing. But it's the same old things in Liverpool. Too many gaps in the midfield. How can we have a midfielder? How can we have midfielders in our forward line, midfielders in our defensive line, and still have no midfield? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. I already said this. That elbow with eyebrows, Arnie Slot. That elbow with eyebrows needs to be. He needs to go under the gel, not in the gel. He needs to go under the gel. I done said this, and you know, I don't want to go too much on a tangent, but because it looks like the board are gonna back him, people are kind of now cooling off on what's going on, and it's fine. Maybe we should just back the manager just because the board are keeping him. Well, pretty sure I remember that happening with Ten Hag and Amorim and how that work out. All this to sack him in October and to write off the season, and then only get started in 2028 when said players like Isak, Wirtz, and all these guys, then they're now 4 years into their contract. All of a sudden, you're talking about renewals or they're leaving. What? Because you want to write off another season? It doesn't really make sense to me. But as I said, if people do like Arnie Slot ball, if people like pain, I don't know, there's like weird sites on the internet where those pain addicts can go to. I think watching Liverpool is probably one of those things to go and do if you like painful things. But in the game, as I said, like that first half, you lot came out flying and we didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to do, man. We didn't know what to do. I think we'd given up. That's the first time in a while in a game against Man United, even at least the one at Anfield, I could say, boom, we hit the post 3 times. Like, it was a bit of a slugfest. You played well, but we still had loads of the ball, and we probably should have won the game or at least drawn the game. This game, we deserve to lose. We flat out deserve to lose. That's it. Like this, that's as simple as it is. And yes, I'll be real. Listen, you gave us the goals.
We gave you the goal. That's what I'm saying.
By the way, Szoboszlai still took the goal well. We had to run from the half.
I agree.
It was mega finish.
Yeah,
it was a class goal.
And obviously, Lamens, that was just a moment of madness, of course. A moment of madness.
Yeah.
But
he made up for it.
But what's so crazy to me is that, what's not crazy to me is that we've been scoring goals like that all season. It's just that you guys don't watch every single Liverpool game like I do.
No, I've been watching them though. You were shit against Palace.
We score goals from other. We talk about lawless and looking at other people. We score goals because of other teams, not because of ourselves. That's the like. It could be a mistake from another team. It could be an own goal. It could be a set piece. How ironic is that? It could be. We're not far off those guys on the top left. We're not far off those guys when it comes to set pieces. But because we got the gold badge on our side, not everyone really talks about Liverpool are actually the real set piece FC. But it's not something that's very publicized because we're not top of the league and we're not capitalizing off of it. Or maybe because obviously, let's be honest, none of us like Arsenal. So let's
have some honesty. Is Florian Wirtz been a flop this season, or has he been?
So far, yeah. I think even if he was worth 80,
so far, the season's done, man. Forget so far.
When I say so far, as in like we've not signed him for one season. So
this has been a hot man. If anyone else had this signing,
bro,
it'll be
mad.
Bro,
I think Liverpool this year have been given such an easy ride by people, man.
Yeah,
it's like they spent I do.
You get cost every week.
I think you have. I think you've. Florian, I've never seen protection They literally started inventing stats up for him months, to make him look
Bro.
good. Bro, have you ever seen, a 116 million pound creative player and Sky are bringing up stats about how much he's ran? Are you being mad, bro? Bro, what they did, bro? Did they think they bought Kante or something? They didn't buy Kante, bro.
Because of the whole he was singing Florian's name before he was.
Anything deflection, and he's using deflection tactics. He's using deflection tactics, bro.
Nah, man.
We've never seen a creative player be bought in for that money and Sky start inventing running stats. Have you ever seen anything as mad as that in your life? Never seen anything like this before, man.
Never.
Oh, he ran into the box the most times out of any player in the match. What? How about a G&A, bro? How about a goal? You know Mark Gay, Mark Gay's a centre-back. He's got 3 less G&A than this guy in the Premier League this season. You know how mad that is? A centre-back.
Wow.
That's mad, you know.
Wow.
That's crazy. And
I'll be real,
You're talking about G&A, he's got 17 in all competitions, but obviously,
but
the Arsenal have to say Gyökeres has 20 goals in all competitions, or
and Gyökeres is shit as well.
I love to know how much GA Marmoush has or whatever, but anyway.
Gyökeres is shit as well.
Hold on. How many goals has he scored against the big teams, by the way? Has he scored any against the big 6?
Oh, now we're doing that. Okay.
No, real talk though. How many goals?
Come on, man.
At the end of the day, man, we're crashing on Cunha, but Cunha scored against Arsenal. He scored against Liverpool.
Cunha got less GA than Richarlison. I don't want to hear it.
Brother, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter. Hold on a minute.
Oh, it don't matter. So is Mbeumo.
The goals, when you score these goals, I always cut players when they score. It matters stat padding against Wolves and them, man, bro. Then we need to have a conversation. Your guy has not scored against a big 6. Am I lying or not?
Listen, Verts deserves to hold the crashing. He does deserve to hold the crashing.
Tell me.
He's doing the size 3 football boots thing. He's doing the pillow foot thing. I can't lie. It's facts. He needs to be way more decisive. And again, don't get me wrong. 17 J in all competitions sounds pretty, but it's nowhere near good enough. It's nowhere near good enough because in the league, when you look at it, it's not even really come in one. It came in one cluster. So at least if it was a bit more spread out and the GA was against more of the big teams, then you'd look at it and go, there is in more potent moments. But it feels like the goals he scored has either come against teams that don't do anything. But we're not talking. Well, we can get onto Isak, but you know what I'm saying?
No. We'll just point that for sure.
But it's weird because of the Gyökeres stats that them. Anyway, I'm not even gonna go into that.
Yeah, we'll get onto
that's insane to me. But yeah, I feel like with Verts, he's not been decisive enough in too many games. So I understand we all know he's mad technically gifted in that, but even though, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's all his fault. I think he needs to do a lot better, and there needs to be a massive improvement next season in the way he approaches like the final third and whatnot. But I generally think as well, not to make an excuse, even though there shouldn't be excuses, is that he's having to receive the ball in a lot deeper positions. He's either out wide, he's very rarely receiving the ball in the 10 where he needs to receive the ball. But when he does receive the ball, he's not doing enough with it. So it's both. It's both of them, essentially. But it's more obviously him playing enough minutes. He should still be doing more with what he's been given, even though I think as a collective, away from the jokes and banter, you could say the system isn't really helping with like maybe the lack of attackers, for example. But when he has got the ball in front of goal, we've seen some tidy finishes, but there's been so many times where I'm saying, bro, put your foot through it. Why is everything a side foot? Why is everything so blasé? Why does it have to be the little cute Roberto Firmino-esque kind of, do you know what I'm saying? But the difference with Firmino is you have Mane and Salah scoring 20 goals either side. So if you're going to do that, the man left and right, you have to be bagging. They have to be bagging goals. If they're not bagging goals, there's now more of a pressure of you to bag goals. And not necessarily bag goals, but goals and assists, of course, because you're a 10. But more goals need to come through the centre. And there's not been enough of that. He links up with Ekitike. Fair enough. He's not been able to do that. But you can't hold the hand of other players 24/7.
The thing is, though, Monty, it ain't just Verts, bro. Like I know Verts is getting a lot of stick, and I hear that, and he deserves it for 117 million. I don't know why Gyökeres is being bought up because he was 70 million pound cheaper. But I look at it and I think when I look at Florian Verts, he's an issue. But so has the whole of this Liverpool side, bro. Like I look at it now, Dominic Szoboszlai is literally the only Liverpool player that can finish this season and go, I did my bit. There's nobody else I can look at that walks off. And I think that's a disgrace, not just from Arnie Slot, but from every single one of them. Because I'll say this now, we've been getting quite a lot of banter this season for like, you know, potentially bottling it and go out of cups. Imagine if Arsenal spent 500 mil and was 6th or whatever the hell it is. Like, wow, I would not want to be an Arsenal fan. So I hear that Liverpool been bantered.
Spent a billion
brush aside it a bit. Like, we just forget our Liverpool shit. I will forget them now and let's go and banter someone else. Like, no, we should be bantering Liverpool. This is pathetic, man. This has been an embarrassment from Liverpool this season. I was starting to get your name in the trophy already when you signed Isak and them, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, we're bored of that now. No, man, we should be saying this is a disgrace.
It's not, because we still, the only reason we didn't get cooked, if it feels like we haven't been getting cooked, because we won the last 3 games. So it's like, oh, well, they won the last 3 games. Well, we'll let them. That's the reason. That's one of the reasons recently we haven't been getting cooked. Not because, you know, everyone just forgets that league. Bro, we get reminded. I get reminded. We get reminded every single week that we're not going to win the league. We're in the top 4 battle with £500 million spent. I know myself. I hold my club accountable, of course, and I have to come here to hold the smoke, of course. But I hold the man accountable. For me, I think this is probably one of the most embarrassing things a club could do is to spend this amount of money and to read that starting lineup and go, that was a £500 million window.
That's crazy.
And read the lineup. Like if you read that lineup and you go, wow, would you, if you'd never watched football before and you go, how much money do you think they spent? How much money do you think they spent in the window?
I don't think anyone would say anything. I'd say transfer ban, bro. I'd say they've had a transfer ban for 2 years.
You'd think, but and as I said, and I say the system isn't helping, and we can all sell. I think there's all situations on this panel where a manager changes everything. Michael Carrick, De Zerbi. I'm not saying that like right now it was 3 games left in it. There's no point now. If something should have changed, it probably should have been in February, January. My opinion should have been.
Yeah, you're speaking in November. Yeah. You'll be gone in November.
My extreme opinion was, I believe it was November or December. I said I was done. It was around that time. But if Szoboszlai is your best player after spending 500 million and just winning the league,
crazy.
There's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you're harsh. I think you're harsh for wanting Slot out. I would just say that. Listen, everyone's head's going to explode. Yeah. Let me just make a case for Arnie. Let me just make a case, right? I know, right? 500.
Wait, don't do this. Lawless, don't do this, bro. Please.
Is this because I said
top my better players? Because I hear it. Because I said top my better.
That's right. Just say this. Okay, listen. He won you the league, right? I don't want to hear about Klopp's team, all of this nonsense. He did what Klopp did and couldn't do in his first season. He's won the same amount of leagues as Klopp. I'm not saying he's better than Klopp or anything like that, right? But what I'm saying is he won the league. He's now on track to get you Champions League finish, right? So a league and then in Champions League in probably one of your worst seasons in a while, you're going to get Champions League football next season, yeah? And you look at it and he spent a lot of money, but it kind of feels like a transitional season because some of your senior players have dropped off. They're not putting up the levels that they have in a while. He signed a lot of players, yes, but what happens when you sign a lot of players? It takes time for them to gel, for them to adapt. Isak, right? Isak finally started to look like he was clicking and getting his form and he got injured. Yeah, Wirtz, it hasn't worked out from this season, but there's every chance next season he could. I think he deserves another season slot. Once these players are settled.
You hate me. Lawless, why do you hate me?
Come on, like a league title. You've won 2 Premier Leagues in your history.
Did you want David Moyes sacked after he won your European trophy?
Yeah, this is crazy.
Listen. Everyone does this. Everyone does this. Go back to what I said after we won the trophy. I said it probably would be a good time to part ways, but I said I said David Moyes deserves another season off the back of that. And I think that Slot, with that Premier League,
you end up regretting it, though, didn't you? You end up regretting it, didn't you? Giving him another chance.
Yeah, in hindsight, that would have been a good time to part. However, it feels like Slot's not had all of this time. Like Moyes had year after year after year, so it felt like the end of his time. It felt like
Lawless. What have you seen from Slot to believe that he's the right guy with this team?
But yeah, what's his style of play? After that, listen, you know, when you got the questions on the exam, there's a 6-mark question extension. What's the style of play?
No, I'm not denying that Liverpool have been poor, have played poor this season. I'm not saying it's been great and it's not been perfect, but still to play so poor and they're gonna get Champions League football at the end of it. Like when it comes to
But that's
achieving,
because the rest of the league's dog shit, lad.
okay, but then,
Hey,
but
respect
are
the league.
Arsenal? If Arsenal win the league, are they going to be sitting there and going, well, you know, Potts ain't
They
going to
won't,
be
yeah.
still Arteta out, is he? Because the rest of the
In
league
20
is dog
years,
shit.
Potts is to get what he can take. He gets what he can take.
Hang on a minute, yeah. Hang on a
20
minute.
years.
Okay, and how many years has
winning
it
the
been?
league?
They don't care about
Winning
winning
the
the league.
league, bro. You can't compare Arsenal winning the league to Slot coming 5th or 4th, where he spent $500 million in 1 year and that's the world's best.
But
player.
Arteta was allowed to finish 8th and 8th twice in a row.
Well, why are you comparing Liverpool to Arsenal, man?
You're not
They're
the
in a
same as
phase
Arsenal,
process. They're not in a phase process.
bro.
The guys,
At the very
bro,
start,
they don't know what they're doing. Did you watch the game yesterday, Lawless? Did you watch it? Bro, the way that Slot set the team up, yeah? You didn't watch it. You didn't even watch the fucking game.
No, because when we lose, I don't. When we lose, like
Oh
that,
my God!
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
No.
You did it.
Yeah.
You didn't witness.
Listen, I'm not. It doesn't matter. The point is,
Oh my
It does
God!
matter.
Lawless.
How about this, Lawless? I'm jealous. I'm jealous that you didn't watch the game. I'm jealous of you.
I tell you what happened.
I'm
Yeah,
just
Slot-
saying.
This is what Slot did.
It's
He looked like
not-
Carrick's tactics like that. He looked over his shoulder.
he
looked
played
at
good
his
football last season a lot of the time, right? We saw some good football from Slot last season. What I'm saying is,
Oh,
with a
the greatest.
pre-season,
It was just
right?
dressing, the greatest.
Oh, brother.
All these
brother.
players fit from start. Ekatike, you're missing Ekatike. Do you know how important Ekatike has been to them?
No.
Yeah, he's
Nah,
quality,
they've
man.
been poor with Ekatike though. They've
Yeah,
been poor
he
with
was shit before he
Yeah,
got
they've
injured,
not
bro.
been good enough. But
He
I'm
dropped
saying
off.
a pre-season, a fit squad, all of these players in from the start, maybe a couple of additions, right? If we go down, there's a chance they get Jared Bowen, who's got the second most goal involvements behind Salah. Like, they're going to be a better team next season. How much better, we don't know. But really
How
and
do you
truly,
know that? How do you know that? You got a crystal ball?
listen, I don't like doing this year, the whole name me another manager out there, but I you know, because we don't know, right? And everyone does that to me. But I don't see a clear and obvious name that Liverpool can go, yeah, they're good.
What are you talking about, Lord?
Bro,
You're
gonna
gonna
get
get
Glasgow,
bro.
You're gonna
It
get
doesn't mean you don't
Iraola.
sack a manager. I don't like this idea that you don't sack a manager because there's no one out there.
Nah.
Still got to sack the manager.
It's also
Still gotta
bollocks. There's
I just
shitloads of
think it's not
managers
a
out there, man. This is Liverpool. They're the biggest club, one of the biggest clubs in the world.
So if my girlfriend, if my girlfriend's cheating on me, just because there isn't many girls out there right now available, should I just carry on letting her cheat on me?
Bro.
No, but the thing is, this ain't your culture in Liverpool. Liverpool don't just sack managers like that.
That is
Remember,
true.
No.
Liverpool-
So I'm known
He
to
sacked
give
fucking Rodgers, he
women
sacked
shots up.
Brendan Rodgers. What are you on about?
no,
Let's
but
say
not
that.
after one
Let's
not
carry on
after
letting
short
him
time like that.
Bro, this is.
You're supposed to be morally superior than everyone else, right? We hear that about Liverpool.
Wow.
So maybe you should be
Wow.
grateful that he gave you a Premier League, your second in 30 odd years.
Bro. He's undoing the hard work. Do you know, yeah? Andy Robertson, who's been at the club for so
He's
long,
finished.
he was always gonna go at the end of the season. His time is done. He's on the other side of the mountain. He's regressing. He wanted to jump ship in January to Spurs. Please understand that is, he's looking at Liverpool going, this is hell on earth.
Yeah.
He knows that's his
look
level.
at Spurs and go, yeah, I don't mind it. Do you know where you have to? Do you know how hot the flames have to be for you to look at Spurs as a proposition when you're still in the Champions League, you're still in the FA Cup?
Because that's
but you're
his level,
playing
Mon.
against terrorist. Do you understand where your head has to be?
Mons, you know what? Mons, what you can do, to just like completely slam what Lawless is saying, is just pick a few managers that you want that would happily come to Liverpool, because you could pick who you wanted, other than Pep and maybe, Klopp because of the previous. That's it. You can have who you want. Liverpool can go and get anyone, man. Like, it's crazy. Money talks.
But it's not necessarily just the fact that we can go and get a manager. I generally feel like the conversation needs to be more about Slot and what he brings and what he does. Because obviously we know there's other managers Liverpool can get. Yes, I know there's the whole who else can we get out there. I don't believe that's true anyways. I said I gave Nagelsmann. I'm not really in favor of Alonso, but I still think Alonso will probably do a better job, or at least get the players that the spirits more. We don't even celebrate when we score. Yeah. By the way, we don't even celebrate when we score. I don't know if you guys have noticed that anymore. We don't even celebrate. Like,
I've seen that capital scoring, was it?
Yeah. Man, not even though fair enough we were losing when we, but if you get equalizer, against Man United at Old Trafford, man are knee sliding and booting the corner flag off. You know this side. You've been to enough games. Man are knee sliding and booting that corner flag off, bro.
Elite
Man
mentality.
Equalized and went.
Yeah. Can we
all of that, bro? Not having that.
Can we give some credit to Michael Carrick, guys? I know. Listen, it's not the popular
making
name,
a poor substitution that should have been Xerxes on for Sesko instead of Alan. Sorry, what?
Listen, there is that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
All in all, guys, man. Like when you look at his
in the game,
record, you know what I mean. Like this, since he's been in the job, I'm just gonna show you it right now in the screen right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look at this, guys, man. He's come in there, 2 losses and 1 draw. Sorry, 2 draws, 2 losses. Rest of them wins. You gotta give this guy the credit.
We can give him the credit, yeah. Oh, like we can give him 100%.
Come on,
at the same time, we can also say, bro's had no trophies to play for, like cup competitions. He's had a fresh team where all of us are like struggling with fatigue and all that. This guy's getting rest. Did you? Well, how many days you did that stream? What, you said, 21 days.
But it's also, but
9 days off.
No, LB, they can't use that because remember when they played 2 games in a month, they said it made them worse. You can't say that.
I never said that. I never said that.
Remember, they lost their rhythm. They lost their rhythm.
My thing is, listen, we had a bad season last season, and this wasn't a thing of we got our fortunes. This is a bad thing, by the way. Playing 1 game week for me is a bad thing. So end of the day, and also it can go the opposite way. It can go the opposite way.
2 games a week.
No, hold on a minute. Yeah. If you look at Man United right now, when you look at the bench, Manchester United hasn't really had a lot to work with, especially Michael Carrick. He's had to play a first 11 that pretty much starts every week because the bench is rubbish. You can see Mason Mount, the players that come off the bench haven't been rubbish. Dogu had a good 2 games, got injured. So there's a lot of things that went against Michael Carrick. But for you to beat the teams that he has beaten, put some respect on Michael Carrick. I'm sorry. Any manager that beats Manchester City, I don't care if he had injuries, beats Arsenal at the Emirates, beats Liverpool, don't matter if they're rubbish and whatnot, you beat them. You go to Chelsea. We haven't won there since 2019. We beat them. I'm sorry.
I agree with you, but all I'm saying is just chill, innit? Calm out.
I'm not chilling.
I'm not chilling. All right, and don't chill. But next year, when he's got to deal with Champions League, FA Cup,
recruitment,
and then we'll speak in it.
Yes,
but we are not judging this manager based off of 1 game a week.
Why you know what it is here with United? Why is it always about next season? Why can't we just talk about now? Talk about now.
Because let's be real. There's
next season. Because what's good? What's going on now? You play once every 8 weeks.
Yeah. The season, that could go against you as well. Like this, I don't.
See, look, you do it. No, don't let him do this. Don't let him do that.
I don't get it though. Same way we can talk about 1 game a week, it can go against you as well. So I don't understand it.
Man.
1 game. So we didn't get the result. What would the excuse be? If United didn't win them games, what would you have said? You would have batted us and said you might have had 1 game week you could still win. So if you
just like how Liverpool, you believe Liverpool are getting an easy ride, even though you guys can think that. You are the only team I have ever heard to play 1 game a week and try spin it and
how much spin it?
I've not, like you're anytime Chelsea have finished up outside back in 13-14 when we had 1 game a week when we weren't in the Champions League, we weren't playing in Europe 13-14 and
when did Chelsea finish with 1 game a week?
I don't remember anyone saying, "Oh, do you know what, guys? It's hard for the players to get rhythm." No.
When did Chelsea finish? When did Chelsea finish when they had 1 game a week? Does anybody know? Was it under Pochettino?
13th? Was it
12? Was it 12?
12 or 13.
So, end of the day, it never worked for them. They never got their target then. I know what Man United still need. I'm not saying Man United are going to all of a sudden magically appear in a title race next season. But if we get the recruitment right, Man United will be a threat next season. I'm telling you now.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I'm pre-warning you now.
What does that mean, threat? What does that mean? Threat.
We will be a threat.
No. What's the actual mean? What's the threat?
We could. Yeah. No, I'm not saying title race, but we could compete.
Compete. What's that mean? It sounds like Don here, bro. Yes. I'm hearing CFC Don.
If we get the players here, hold on a minute. If we get the players that I say we're gonna get here,
oh my days,
United could do something next season.
Saeed, you fraud.
Go on.
Come to the stage.
Go on.
You fraud. When Chelsea didn't have Europe, they won the league with Conte.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, no, but bro, are we
When I
comparing
have
the
Europe,
squads?
we
Hold on,
Gerrard slipped. We nearly
we
won the league.
comparing
We
the two
literally finished
squads?
second. We literally, you know
Are
what
we,
happened.
are we actually comparing the two squads here? Are we actually
What are
comparing
you-
the two squads here?
What?
Chelsea
Oh,
team
now
was
you want to
better.
compare the squads?
Brother,
Now you
come
wanna
on,
compare
man.
the
They had a
squads.
head in Hazard. Brother, come on, man. Are we actually doing it?
Yeah.
They had an elite manager at the time.
no.
Hold on a minute. Who was the two managers? You're comparing. Hold on a minute. You're comparing Antonio Conte to
I
Michael
dare
Carrick.
Man City to
I
not
don't know.
have
Hold on a minute.
Champions
Don't
League.
be
They'd
shameless.
win the league by
Don't
game
be
week
shameless.
25.
You're comparing
dare.
Antonio Conte, yeah, serial winner at the time. He's still winning now, to be fair. Serial winner Antonio Conte to Michael Carrick. Are you actually doing that?
Well, you just
You're
said
actually
Michael
doing that.
Carrick's going to be a threat next year with his team.
No, I'm saying if we get the right recruitment right, yeah, Manchester
Right.
United can do
If
it.
Carrick took the ball and then he's an interim. Which one is it?
Manchester United, hold on a minute. Man United, if they get the 67 players next season, I'm telling you now, the gap ain't big. I don't think Chelsea are going to be there. Liverpool, he's just saying right now, Liverpool are not a threat without his slot. So, end of the day, if Man United get the players that they need to get, Man United could do something special next year.
That's
But
true.
if
I'll tell
you
you
don't,
what I'll say.
I agree with Saeed. I agree.
I agree with Saeed.
I'll tell you what I'll say. I agree.
that's what I'm saying. They don't want to hear it, though. They don't want to hear it.
You guys
They
are
don't
They,
brutal,
they
man.
underestimate. I'll just say
Hang on a
this
minute.
before Potts. They underestimate the mess that Carrick inherited. Matt, we was all laughing. LB is sitting there acting like he's had the Men in Black fucking eye flash, and we was all bantering Mania. They were a
Bantering.
mess. We was looking at
Right.
them like a joke.
Right. So
before.
what are you saying then? You think he's going to be in a title race next year?
No, well, with the state of the league,
Well, with Pep,
it's
with Pep
not
leaving,
hard
it could
to
have.
believe
That's
that
not
it's
true.
We will
possible.
compete. We will compete.
Look at the
next
state
season.
of Arsenal. Arsenal could win the league as one of probably the
Come
worst
on,
teams
man.
to
What are
win
we
the league.
doing here?
Man,
No,
you
no,
City
seriously,
could be
I
gone
told
a
you
lot.
Oh,
Who do you
yeah,
got? Hold
man.
on a minute. Who else are you banking on to be in and around Man
Yeah.
City and
Who
Arsenal?
else?
Who else? are
Liverpool,
you
that's
banking
it.
on?
Liverpool, that would be it.
No, hold on a minute. Liverpool, you're just bantering right now.
Yeah, but what? What you saying?
Hold on a minute,
Oh,
hold
so
on a
hang on a minute. Yeah,
Ah,
Man United can get better, but Liverpool can't get better next season. All right,
Because
sound, yeah.
But you just said Slot's a fraud.
their manager.
Yeah, I think
Their
Slot is a
recruitment has
fraud.
been rubbish. Their
I think
trajectory
Slot is
right
a
now
fraud,
is
but
on the
I
down.
still back in with those players over United.
Oh my god, man! Seriously, that's what I'm saying.
I'll
This
be
is
real.
what happens. Yeah,
The way you
the
man
hate
cook me and then
clouds.
you're-
The hate has clouded LB's judgment. He's literally not
Nah.
thinking straight right now.
Yeah.
He's
It's not.
looking at Liverpool Football Club, yeah, the signings that they've made, the recruitment that they've done, yeah, and the manager who's clearly inept at his job, but somehow they're going to be back next season.
Wait,
Somehow
no,
Liverpool are
No,
gonna
no, no,
be there
no.
next
More
season.
likely than you. More likely than you are.
And based
more
on
likely
what?
than you.
Yeah.
Just because they got a better manager.
How many points are you ahead of them right now?
We are, I think, 6 points.
Right,
We
so you're
was- we
6
was-
points ahead.
But
yeah?
but hold on a minute.
They
How
had
many points were we
Amorim.
ahead of- No, hold on a minute. Before Michael Carrick came in, months. Do you know how many points we had of you beforehand? Because I don't know that one. I don't know
I'll
that
be
one.
real.
yeah.
We I think it was only like 7 or 8 points, you know.
7 or 8 points, cool. But at the
That's
same
only
time,
because we were having a rough time.
yeah, you were having a rough
Well,
patch.
Bro,
But at the
this-
same
this
time,
is
like I said to you,
exactly what
United.
happened with Chelsea.
No, hold
last
on a minute.
summer.
United, if you look at the momentum we have built over this last year, added to the recruitment, yeah. If we don't, okay, for example, yeah, if Michael Carrick isn't the man, and we get Iraola or Nagelsmann, I'm telling you, for me, it's about the recruitment more so. If Man United get the players that we get in, added to the players that we've already got right now, Manchester United will be a force next season. I'm telling you now.
If they get
But you have
Anderson
to get
over
it.
Man City,
Say that
maybe
again.
link with Anderson as well.
Anderson.
Yeah, well, I don't think we'll get him, to be honest with you. The recruitment's
Yeah,
huge. If we don't, LB, if we don't get the players that we mentioned, yeah, I mentioned the 6 players that I mentioned, yeah, then I'm gonna be like, you know what? I don't think we're gonna do what we're gonna do. But
I think
I'm saying if we get the 6 players in, yeah, added to the squad that we've got, I don't think we're a million miles away from what you're seeing right now. Michael Carrick has got the most points since January. And you're telling me with more
be real.
recruitment, yeah, yes, there'll be more games, yes, there'll be bigger tests to come, but
it
you
shows
add
what
to
a
the
new manager
squad.
can do. That shows what a new manager, a manager that's doing well can do.
I
Yeah.
just think
think
you
it's- I just think it's a bit
underestimate.
cheeky, innit? Go
You
on.
underestimate the gap between a top 4 team and a team that's seriously challenging. You underestimate the gap, bro. It's easy to
agree.
go
I do
from
agree on that as well.
7th to 5th, right? The gap is small. Bournemouth might get Champions League this year, yeah.
True.
But to go from go
Right.
from 6th, 5th, 4th to legitimate title threat, which is what you said.
No,
You
competing.
Yeah, all right. So we're
Yeah.
doing the Don
Yeah.
thing again. This is Don.
Oh,
This
we're
is what
getting
Don said.
closer. We're getting
gonna-
closer. will be.
But
will
I
be,
think
I
Arsenal
want
and
to be
Man City are
closer.
dropping.
If you say
You're
to me,
dropping,
if
they're
you say
rising.
to me, yeah, we're going to compete for the league, that means, yeah, match day 35, 6, 7, you're in and around it. You still got a chance.
That's what I want to be. Yeah, next season. Yeah.
No chance that's happening, brother. No chance.
If Maresca is your manager next season,
no
LB,
chance.
are you feeling the same? If Maresca is your manager and not
Yeah,
Pep
exactly.
Next season,
Maresca's your manager next season.
I'll put you in charge. We've still been a fucking title race.
Oh
you
my
in charge
God.
of the players we've got.
You know what it is here? You know what it is here? I'm telling you now, man. Yeah, Guardiola is with the reason why everyone feels like this. Only Guardiola. When you have Maresca next season, I'm not saying he's going to be bad, by the way, Maresca, but there will be a significant drop-off from Guardiola to Maresca. So therefore, if I say what we're going to do,
learn from me. Not everything's linear. Not everything is linear.
I get that.
Not everything is. And you know what it's like? I don't blame you, bro. Like on a level, like, and listen, I'm looking because you're my guy. Like, I don't blame you, bro. But remember, you haven't challenged for a title in 13 years. So I don't blame you for not remembering quite what it's
You've
like.
got 2 trophies in 30 years.
I know. But I've also won the Prem.
Remember that.
I've run the Prem recently, so I know what it takes. You might have forgotten what it takes. I'm not saying you don't know what it takes. I'm saying you might have forgotten what it takes to just challenge you. By the way, I didn't say win. You haven't challenged. You haven't been in a title race for a long time. For a long time, Saeed. So forgive me. I forgive LB, who have been in constant title races. You know.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
What it means, and I understand that one's not. That one's gonna. I know that one gets under the skin. I know that one gets under the skin. But genuinely, I'm seeing a lot of parallels. You're quick to say that it's signings and it's going to be linear. When you saw Liverpool won the league, spent the money, that thought the manager was right.
Yeah, but you didn't spend right though. You can't compare us to.
No.
You better got 2 strikers that you probably didn't really need. Instead of you needed a midfielder. So you actually
none of you man were saying that. No, none of you man were saying that when Isak you
needed a midfielder.
None of you man were saying that when these guys came in. So I'm not hearing it.
None of you.
I said it.
You said it. I said you needed a midfielder.
A lot of people said
I said you're making a mistake.
Right.
We said it, bro. Didn't we not say that?
Ekitike is now out for another 12 months. So it's a good thing we spent money big on another striker in it. Yeah. So it's nothing wrong with buying 2 strikers. I'm not saying we didn't need other additions.
Balance, though,
not everything. Everything is linear. So that's what LB saying with Man United. Yes, I think you will improve. Do I think you'll challenge? I think it's possible, but not everything is always linear. And I just think it's funny that you have all the things to say now about my manager being crap.
Everyone laughed. Remember on this midday live, I said Man United will finish 3rd, and everyone laughed. So end of the day, you might not win the league. I'm not saying Man United will win the league. That's why I carefully chose my words. I said compete. And why I mean compete is that we may drift off maybe in around that 30th game, 32. Cool. We might drift off, but it will be better than what we are showing right now. Then I want to win a trophy. So I'm saying Man United will get better next season and compete. Doesn't mean we're going to necessarily be directly involved in a title race, but we're going to compete. We're going to make it difficult. We're going to try and beat everyone if we can. And obviously, try and aim to finish as high as possible. Because if Guardiola's still here next season, then it's a myth, I'll be honest with you. And if Arsenal get better next season, which also could happen, then it's also going to be difficult. But if we get the right recruitment right, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at Chelsea the way they are. Tottenham and West Ham, they're in a relegation battle, respectfully. And Liverpool have Arne Slot. Someone has to make that jump. I think Man United will make that jump. So how is it mad for me to be backing my team to be that team?
I don't think it's mad, Saeed. I don't think it's mad. I said it on my show a few weeks ago, and I got laughed at, and LB was with the boys laughing at it as well. But there's a huge but. There's a huge but about it.
There is a huge but.
I think Man United could be in a title race next season. I don't think that's a mad thing. But I think you need to get the recruitment.
I agree.
And I think you need to get the manager appointment correct, because I'm not sure Carrick will get you into a title race. I think he could put you into the Champions League, but I think this could be another Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Unless Man United fans can tell me why this is not going to be another Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If someone can explain to me and I go, do you know what? Hands down, he's clearly level.
First of all, they play 2 different ways, styles. I believe with the way that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer played was a lot of counter-attacking football. With Man United, there's a little bit of build-up play involved with Man United. Did
Ole even do a bad job, really?
Hold on a minute. Now it's Ole did a bad job, but when I was saying it, he did a bad job. So I don't get this idea of we use the Ole argument when we see it. When I called Ole out, it was you're crazy to do Ole out. You're crazy. But now
Carrick never had Champions League
football. Do you understand? So
I agree.
We don't know what that looks like.
Influence.
He has multiple. Go on, man.
No, George. I'll go after you. Go on.
No. I'm just saying we don't know what that looks like for Carrick when he's in multiple competitions fighting on fronts.
I agree.
With injuries as well.
Yes.
To be fair,
I
he
agree.
hasn't had like major injuries to his main players. Do you know what I'm saying? So
I
Bruno,
That's why for me,
magnificent season.
Yeah.
But like, again, we don't know what Bruno's going to come out if he does come out next season. Do you know what I mean? But go on, man.
Yeah.
I hope you don't give Carrick the job because I will take him at West Ham. Like if Carrick don't get the job, I'll be going to say we go all out for him if we go down next season.
That would worry me as a United fan then if Matt West Ham want him, if that's the level. Because for me, look, I'll give you an example right quickly. Sorry, man. I'll give you a real quick example. If you get 6 unbelievably good signings, Saeed, and you have Diego Simeone as your manager, I'm backing Man United to go out for a title race. If you have 6 players with Carrick, I'm not backing it. I'll be honest with you because I haven't seen what Carrick has done to go, wow, this is a great record. One game a week,
winning games.
4 competitions, I think it's a very different thing. And
we've had Ruben Amorim, we've had Ten Hag. These were meant to be top coaches. What did they do at Man United?
What do you mean top coaches? In what respect top coaches?
Ten Hag beat Real Madrid. He beat Juventus.
That don't mean nothing.
That don't mean anything. He literally
one of games. I've seen Sheriff beat Real Madrid.
Bro, it's the manner, bro. It's the football. It was the identity. It was everything that surrounded Ten Hag. He was one of the top coaches.
He came out and said, "I'm not going to play that football at Man United."
But now he's not a great manager, bro. He was one of the most if you look at his time at Ajax, bro, and you look at the players that he brought through and the football they were playing, he was one of the most talked about managers at the time. He came to Man United. He couldn't play the style that he played at Ajax. Amorim, one of the most sought after managers. Liverpool looking at him. You know, there was you rejected him, which is cool. But Ruben Amorim was again another manager on the up. Again, failed at Man United. So I don't think it's necessarily down to these top coaches coming in. It's about the recruitment. If Man United get recruitment, I generally think, if you get a manager that has good man management, plays the players in their right way, has the team cohesion, you could do something. Because all of these coaches, bro, they complicate the game. They're stubborn. They think they can do it on their own, and they can't.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying about that, but you're sitting there calling them top coaches. Dan Potts, Dan literally named a top coach. If my name is Simeone,
that'd be a bad move.
If I'm Simeone and I'm being put in conversations, in same conversations as Amorim, this new plate out here, and I'm getting put in conversation with Ten Hag, I'm getting mad. What? I've got two leagues. I've got 2 leagues.
Are we really putting Carrick on the same level as Simeone, guys? Like, are we?
I'm not saying that.
Simeone plays.
Let me land.
Negative football with these.
Hold on. Let me land the plane. Simeone plays negative football against the top sides, not against the rest of the teams he plays. If you actually watch,
Simeone needs a lot of money as well. He spent a lot of money.
But Saeed, the point I'm saying is it's not about Simeone, you wanting and going and getting Simeone tomorrow. The point is that the example given was Simeone, a qualified, bona fide top coach who has the leaguers in the same leagues as Real Madrid and Barcelona to compete against. Whereas Amorim and Ten Hag were on the up. Regardless of where Man United were as a club, it's still a step up for those guys. So they can't be put in the bracket of top managers yet. They can still become top managers now, but they're not. They were never top managers.
These are all better managers than Carrick, man. What are we doing here?
Name does not equate to success, though. At Man United, we've seen
that's true. That's also true. That's also true.
Equate to success. You can go and get me a top manager now. It does not mean that United will succeed. Again, we're missing. That's why for me, I'm not going manager over recruitment. For me, it's recruitment over manager. If we were to keep Michael Carrick here, but we got a world-class team, I'll take that for one summer. But if you told me we're getting Luis Enrique or Simeone or them top managers, but we don't get the recruitment, I'm sorry, I'm not having that. That's just me.
Arsenal have a novice as their manager.
For sure, you need both.
Like,
you need both, but more so the recruitment.
Arteta never managed before in his life, and that's why. But the recruitment has been spot on over the years, and now Arsenal could potentially win.
He beat Real Madrid though, so Saeed must love Arteta because he beat Real Madrid.
Hey, listen, let's move on to Arteta then. Before I do that, let me just read the super chats. And Saeed, you better cook Grizz Khan and Mons. Yeah, I will do 100%. D Boss says, haha, Liverpool spent 500 million. We've let them off easy, too easy, you know, awful, shocking. Haha, come on, Saeed United. I also think Arsenal go to win it, and worse stinks. Big up, speak on Ahmad Madueke.
Oh, Ahmad as well, bro.
It is what it is, bro.
You know,
Like,
he's sticking out the gaff, man. I can't lie.
Yeah, man. Next season we'll be back, man. Champions League, Ahmad will be
By the way, and Bremo's crap as well, but people aren't going to talk about that because United are winning games.
That's your opinion, but yeah.
I thought he
played well yesterday. First half, I thought he was excellent.
Yeah, Oceans of Space, I would look good, but yeah, he's crap.
Look at this. Again, there's always something there. Don't ever compare Van Dijk with Rio, Vidic, etc. Facts.
What?
Levi gone all over Enoch next. Lawless hating Villa for doing exactly what Palace did against him. Only thing is spammers couldn't take advantage of it.
You don't even listen to
what I'm talking about. Works is like that bad relationship. We try to find a good thing in it, but the bad always outweighs the good. Work stinks, man. 116 million. 115 charge, you might not be in a title race. Listen, I'm bored of that 115 charge. I can't. It's never gonna happen, bro. Them man have, I don't know what they're doing, but fair play to them. How will City do with Maresca next season? LB and Saeed, you right. Look at company. It worked out for Bayern. There you go, man. Proof is in the pudding. Arsenal. Final topic, guys. Arsenal 6 points clear. Obviously, Man City play tonight. Gyökeres double. Saka, I thought it was brilliant. Yeah, man, you can't complain, Dan Potts, man. Big win.
Nah, man. I wonder where the hell that's been, man. I've needed that for the last few weeks. That performance was quality, mate. The first 45 were outstanding. I thought all the players were brilliant. And I felt we shell-shocked Fulham, if I'm honest. In the first half, I was expecting it to be a tight game. I actually predicted 1-0 again, but I'll be real, Lewis-Skelly in this midfield was the answer. And I've been crying out for something different in that midfield for quite some time. So I don't think Rice and Zubimendi deserve to have played this amount of minutes. They both look fatigued and washed. And Lewis-Skelly just brought us energy and legs in midfield and that athleticism that I think we've been missing. Rice was much better because he weren't blowing out of his backside, playing in the box-to-box or attacking 8. He was in the 6th. It was so much better and balanced in our midfield. Finally, Eze was balling out. Saka had an unbelievable 45 minutes, and I hope that he's not injured. And Gyökeres all of a sudden gets fed and starts playing well. So I was really impressed with it, man. I thought it was a very, very good 45. And the second 45 allowed us to be comfortable because the game was won. And that's what we need to now do. And we've put a little bit of pressure, or put quite a lot of pressure on Manchester City now. We've got to win both their games in hand. And we won convincingly against Fulham, which makes our goal difference and goals scored a hell of a lot better. So, yeah, it's giving me confidence now going into West Ham. I still think it'll be tricky. I had us draw in this game a few games ago just because West Ham have got a triple whammy. They could stay up, ruin our chances and send Spurs down. There's no more incentive them to want to beat us, in my opinion. And I had us dropping in this one and Man City dropping against Bournemouth. They're in my head where I've penciled it. But I've been wrong many times. I've already got West Ham and Spurs wrong. I had West Ham to stay up. I think they're going to go down now. So in 1 week, things can change, right? So I think for me, we need another performance like that against West Ham and against the last 2 games against Palace as well, because for me and Burnley, because I need to win convincingly. And I think that we've got the opportunity to win convincingly against Burnley. We've definitely got the opportunity to win convincingly against Palace, who, let's be real, probably have their eyes on a final. So now it's about each game week and what Manchester City do in their next 2. Because, you know, I spoke to LB about this and a lot of City fans say, yeah, it might be favouring Arsenal again now. But really and truly, it depends on what Man City do in these games in hand. Because if they don't win them, yeah, you're right. It's Arsenal's, I think. If they win them both, it's all to play for. Again, you're looking at goals scored. You're looking at who drops first. And, you know, a lot of people said it's who blinks first. Arsenal had their eyes closed for the last 3 weeks, in my opinion. So it's not about blinking first. It's about now getting back on the horse. And Arsenal have now done that. And for me, I think that the way we played, it gave me the confidence to think, right, finally, Arteta deserves credit, took the shackles off, took the handbrake off. We looked free-flowing. We looked good going forward. It was beautiful to watch. One of the better games we played this season. And I appreciate it's only Fulham, but really and truly, Fulham was still fighting for that Europa League spot as well, just like a few. So it weren't this, you know, roll-over stuff like we've seen yesterday. So for me, I feel like Arsenal have got a lot of confidence now, and I need now to see what we do against Madrid and then what we do in these last 3 games, man. But I'm more confident than I was, Saeed. It's mad.
Yeah, I can't. Like, listen, people can say Fulham are on a beach and that, and they made it easy, but bro, like end of the day, he's still fighting for Europa League. The defending was abysmal, but Arsenal punished them, man. They punished them, and I thought Saka was excellent in the game. Obviously, Yokere's got his 2 goals as well. I thought the assist was clever, but I thought there was a different sort of I think that's probably the best Arsenal performance I've seen. And to be honest with you, I think everyone was looking for that. I think, you've been getting results, but you haven't been getting the performances to match the result. And I feel like that was the best I've seen Arsenal playing in a while. But LB, did you think Fulham made it easy for them, or would you expect that kind of?
I didn't even watch the game, but I think that the result has probably, I think, tipped the scales slightly back in Arsenal's favour now. Because of the scoreline. I now predict Arsenal will win the next 3 games. I don't think they'll drop points in any of the next 3. I think they win the next 3. That means City have to win all of our games. It will come down to goal difference. So we're already 4 behind them, but we do have 2 games to play. So I think that we're playing Everton and Palace in our games in hand. So we could get +4 goal difference in those games. But they play Burnley. You know what I'm saying? And that's the unknown, because Arsenal, if they turn up and play attacking football, they could put 5 or 6 past them. We've seen them do it to Atletico Madrid, put 4 past them earlier in the season. We've seen it before the season. They've just put 3 past Fulham. So I think that result, the scoreline, I think it tips it back in Arsenal's favour a little bit now. So we need to smack someone up. We do need to smack someone up, yeah. Because I had a look yesterday, right? My predictions now is I think Arsenal win the next 3, and I think they get +8 on the goal difference. So I've gone 2 against West Ham, 2 against Palace, and 4 against Burnley. That's not ridiculous, is it? Yeah. That would mean that City in the next 5 games need to win all our 5, and we need +12 on the goal difference. So that's
a lot.
That's quite a lot. That's what I'm saying. We need to slap someone up.
Now
this is why
that Burnley game
bro, this is why, after the Burnley game, when I was saying, bro, that was a bit of an L result, man. I can't lie. And some City fans were like, we won the game, stop crying. That's the exact same thing. I don't know if you guys remember when we beat Real Madrid 4-3 at home in the Champions League a few years ago, and we battered them. And I remember coming away from that result, and I said, that's not a good result, And people was like, stop moaning, we won, why are you moaning, blah, 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 blah. We went to Real Madrid, we got knocked out. Yeah, we should have fucking smacked them up 6-0 in that game. We could see, do you remember? We battered them the whole game. And standard shit, people go, stop moaning, stop being negative. And it's like, bro, job ain't finished, man. Just because you won, that's not always a good thing. Sometimes you need to smack a team up. And we had an opportunity against Burnley to smack them up. Anyway, I still think that we can do it. I don't think they'll drop points to West Ham. I know Potsy's a bit worried about it. I think West Ham is shit. I think they'll beat them. My hope now is that Arsenal don't start smacking teams up 2-3, 4-0. Because if they do that, we're going to need to smack someone up, man. So again, if City win tonight by a goal, that's not good, bro. It's a goal difference thing now.
You're winning tonight, LB. You're winning tonight.
I think we'll win. Yeah, but we're at the point now where winning ain't enough. We need to score. I think tonight we need to score minimum 2, goal difference 2, not 2.
Do you think the games, the way that it's come across, and this is, I don't know, people say conspiracy theory, but the fact that Arsenal played twice before you lot, has that helped? Would that, is it for Arsenal to play same time or after, or just, does that help a little bit?
All right, so it's split, yeah. So on one hand, yeah, pressure's on because we're 6 points behind now. Yeah, so that the pressure's on us now. But at the same time, it's kind of good because if it is coming down to goal difference, we know what we need to do. So you kind of want to play second if it is going to come, because then, you don't want to play first and then, Potsy could win 1-0, for example, and be like, yeah, but then City goes smack a team up 5-0 and all of a sudden that 1-0 result's now not looking very good. So it depends on how you look at it. For me, I'm not asked about the 6 points going ahead. Yeah, it's grim looking at Arsenal 6 points ahead, the pressure's on. But at the same time, I'm saying, in my opinion, I think they win the next 3 games anyway. So it's irrelevant to me whether they're 1 point, 6 points, 9 points clear, because they're going to win the next 3 games. For me now, this is a goal difference race. I'm saying if we win the league, it's going down a goal difference. So I'm saying, if we win tonight 1-0, I don't think that's a good scoreline. I think you need to be winning City tonight minimum 2, minimum.
Minimum 2, yeah.
I would rather be in our position because obviously the pressure is on them. Like I would not
100%.
like it to be the other way around, if you get me. Like I wouldn't want to be like, oh Christ, we've got to win these two just to catch up with them. I'd rather it be on that. But I know this Man City and Pep side can do it, man. So I can't get too cocky, man, because they're unbelievable manager on side and they've been there and done it. So I think for me, I'm looking at the Madrid game. We're away from the Premier League at the moment. I need to win that. I want to get to the Champions League final. And then we go all eyes on West Ham, which, is going to be massive.
Can I ask a question? Ask a question? If you lot lose on goal difference, are you looking at Arteta the same way? Knowing what you lot have achieved this season, like, are you still looking like Arteta out? Because look, that's a bit harsh. Goal difference, like, to lose a league on goal difference, you got to give your hats off to the man.
You can say that. You can say that actually it's hard because of how you lose it, but we should not be in this scenario, man. We should have potentially won this league already, in my opinion. Like we should have not have been drawing against teams like Wolves and Brentford and losing to Bournemouth and throwing it away at a ridiculous ground. So for me, I would say if he wins something, he stays. If he loses, we need to go and get the elite winner that can. That's just my opinion. If you think that's harsh because he got to a final and lost it and lost on goal difference, cool. But he's still proven that everyone right. Can he get across the line? The answer is no. Then, you can look at the goalpost moving again then, don't you? And go, yeah, but it was a final. Yeah, but it was goal different. Did he win it? No. Okay, well, we got to replace him and find someone who can then. That's my opinion. But Lolos will tell me it's harsh because, this, that, and the third. Like Slot, he would still keep Slot and all this rubbish. So,
Yeah, but at least Arteta's been here for X amount of years and ain't won the league. So you can at least say, well, he's had chance after chance.
You think he should go then? Do you think think he should be sacked if he lost it goal difference and got to a Champions League final and lost?
Yeah, because I think that someone else should have a turn with this team. Someone else give someone else a go. You do the same thing over and over again, and you're not getting the result you want. You've still got this group of players. Why waste them on a guy that can't get over the line? Get someone else. It's a different situation to Liverpool.
So if we beat you at the weekend, are you down, or do you still think you'll win the last two and Tottenham will lose?
The thing is, if we're 1 point behind Spurs, so if you beat us and they lose, we're still 1 point behind, and we can beat Newcastle and Leeds, and then Moisey can do us a favour last day of the game of the season. So. Like we could maybe get a point against Arsenal. It's huge. If we could stop your title hopes and
still get relegated.
We could still get relegated, yeah. But if imagine if you're Spurs, right, and you see us beat Arsenal, the champions elect, like that would put the fear in them, man. They would be shitting them.
Tottenham play before you on a Saturday, don't they?
No, they play Monday.
Oh, they play Monday against Leeds.
They play Monday.
Oh, that's big, man. That's big, man.
Under the line.
I didn't think it would go down to goal difference, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. So I do believe Man City's fixtures are tough. You know what I mean? Whereas Arsenal, if they beat West Ham, it's easy. Burnley and
Arsenal winning the next 3. Come on, man. Let's get it. So if City win the league, it will be goal difference.
Damn, man.
So let me ask you a question, Saeed. Yeah, rapid time. Arsenal, West Ham. Arsenal, Palace, Arsenal, Burnley. What goal difference are you giving Arsenal in them 3 games?
So I think they beat West Ham 2-1.
So +1, yeah.
Yeah. They smashed Burnley, I'm going to say 3-0.
Okay, so +4 total, yeah.
And then they beat Crystal Palace away from home 2-0.
So +6.
Yeah.
So we would need 10 in our last 5.
Yeah, 10. I think that's for me reasonable.
2 a game.
It is. You don't think we can do it?
I think your attack is capable, but it's also not conceding goals. That's the problem.
One question I've been
I think you outscore Arsenal, but can you outscore them without conceding?
Our defense has been pretty solid. I don't know what you're talking
about. Your defense has been solid on form, but is your defense a solid defensive unit?
Bro, we conceded one goal in 7 games against Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea.
Your form, but in general, Arsenal's defense is better than yours. So
they've conceded 4 less goals than us all season.
I mean,
but their defensive structure is better.
It's January.
Your defense isn't better. Your defense isn't better than Arsenal's.
I'd argue. I'm not
going to sit here and say that Arsenal's attack is better than yours. I'm not going to sit here and I'll never sit there and say.
Yeah,
that.
I just keep on hearing this thing about City's defense, and I just think it's weird.
No, I didn't say your defense is crap.
So is it your attack? You don't trust, LB? Is it your attack you don't trust?
Our attack's been mad inconsistent.
Yeah,
so like,
Haaland, man, he's got
it's inconsistent, man. It's an inconsistent.
You would have thought me saying that.
Like, look at the Burnley game. One goal, bro. We fucking cooked him in that game. We should have scored at least 4 goals in that
bro,
game.
5-0.
It's crazy.
5-0.
So what's the game? What's the game you think you're going to smash there, LB? What's the game you think you're going to like put 4 or 5 past? Like, which game have you penciled in for that?
None of them.
I'm hoping Palace will rotate in it.
Yeah.
Oh, do something.
People go look at Semenyo, man. You look at Semenyo for one.
He needs to step up as well. He's been poor.
But the thing is, if we
been in the situation, so putting your pressure on him, it should actually be Phil Foden, if anything. Foden should be the one now. Fresh legs.
Here's the thing, it's
in the running.
Yeah, he should be, but he ain't even going to play. Right. So if Saeed's numbers are right, yeah, we don't need to slap anyone up. We do the 2-0s, and that'll be enough. The point is like if you go to my numbers, and it's only 2 extra. All of a sudden, you're probably going to need to slap somebody up in it.
Who's more likely to slip up right now? Man City or Arsenal?
City.
I think it's Man City.
Before the game, before Arsenal's game, people would have said Arsenal before the 3-0.
Newcastle. Before the Newcastle and Fulham game, it was Arsenal, and then they've come through those games chilling. Yeah, fucking Visser, got an enemy in me for life. Yeah, and then fucking. And it's
another one on the weekend. He's rubbish.
They've got easy games, man. So I expect Arsenal to do the job. If you offered me now Arsenal 3-1-0 wins for the rest of the season, I'd probably take that. And I'd say, right.
Like they're gonna do that favor for you, bro. Relax yourself.
Bro, I'll probably take it and go, you know what? There's and then we just need to fucking score like 7 goals in the last 5.
But the thing is, football doesn't work like this, guys, man. Football doesn't say that Arsenal will just go 3 games in a row and just beat every team. Like football's not meant to be like that, but maybe it is. Maybe this is what it was. It's gonna be. But
it's gonna be tight, man. It's gonna be tight, man. It's gonna go to the wire, in my opinion. It'll be if we won the league, but you won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Would you be pissed off, or would you be like, yeah, I've won 2 still?
Well, I'd be pissed off we didn't win the league, but you take a cup double. That's only been done 5 times in the history of the country, so I'd say that.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. Obviously, I'll be so fucking fuming that we don't win the league. But at the same time, like, bro, I don't even think we should be in a fucking title race the way we played this year. So it's a bit of a weird feeling for me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying with Ash's question. Like, that's why I would sack him if we don't win the league or the Champions League, because we should have wrapped this league up, man. Should have.
Yeah. I mean, if I just want to give special mention to Lewis-Skelly, man. That performance was outstanding. Midfield man, him like.
He used to play there. He used to play there in academy days, though.
Yeah, he did.
So I'm surprised that they haven't used him more often in that position, because he was actually all right. Remember, it was him and Ranieri. They were talking about. I remember.
They were.
The YouTube documentary I was watching. I was like, bro, how come they're just using him as fullback? I understand you want to integrate a player, you're trying to blood them in slowly, but that's his actual position, isn't it? That's what he does. And the way Rice needed rest, bro, he was just looking tired. And I remember that Atletico game, he was just looking exhausted. He didn't even celebrate. He was like, the game, bro. So, it made sense. And then finally, Arteta just used his brain, was like, you know what? Goal difference. We need to score goals. Let me go and attack. And the fans got behind that. And that's what you need, innit? As a fan base, they needed that attacking kind of performance so that they could believe and the players could believe, because at some points, there was like, we're playing a bit too safe here. And then, the rhetoric was that, Arteta, he plays a bit cautious. He's a bit nervous. Is it feeding onto the players? That 3-0 was massive for them. And so, we've got 5 games like that they need to be flawless. You get it?
Flawless.
So, it's that Bournemouth game's the one that scares me, man. It's 3 days after the final, isn't it?
Exactly, in between. But you know what's mad, though?
They're the most informed side as well, Bournemouth. The most informed side. They lost to us in January. They lost to us in December. And that's the last time they lost, man. It's crazy. Like, they've been on absolute fire and they're looking to push for Europe. But, I think you're right to mention Miles Lewis-Skelly. There's a couple of other players as well who were quality, but he was easily man of the match for me. Gyökeres deserves a mention. Yeah, he's he's got 21 goals now. Henry and Sanchez, the only 2 to do that in their debut season. but apparently he's a flop and a shocking player. So, like, you got to look at him and think he's not been quite as shit as what some people are saying. I think he's been an okay player. So.
Has he been? The players you mentioned, he is like, again. First of all, you man watched Aubameyang play. So to have watched Aubameyang play and then to watch him play and to think he's anywhere near the level is crazy.
I never said that. I never said he was Aubameyang.
Yeah, but you mentioned the 20 goals in all competitions. I said I can say Florian Wirtz has 17 J in all competitions. It's shit. It's shit. Like,
No, I don't think he's been the player that we were all thinking he was going to be in the Premier League. I don't think he's been like this. Let's get rid of this guy. He's absolute trash. He can't trap a ball. I think that's just a bit mad, personally. But
he has. But the thing is, genuinely,
he
scores goals. But Darwin Núñez scored goals.
Yeah. But in what we've got so far, he's the best option we've got. Like Havertz, I don't think.
But that doesn't mean the level is good enough. Like
I think you've got to look at it and say, actually, he's nowhere near. I think people think this guy is a flop and he's like the equivalent of Yaya Sanogo. I think that's wrong, personally.
No. Yaya Sanogo is crazy, but like you can. It doesn't take you. And what do you mean? How is it different? Do assists not equate to goals? How's it different? Okay,
I think the reason people are saying it is because Florian Wirtz was 117 million, Gyökeres was 50. So I think that's why it's a weird comparison.
Yeah, but it's not a weird comparison. But you can't glorify the all competition stat in one breath and then take it away for someone else, especially for someone that. Because I'll just bring in. What do you want me to do? Bring in the penalties? We can do the intangibles here. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Rasmus scored 10 or 11 goals in United in his first stint, and he weren't on pens. Like, and he was called the worst striker in the world for it. Like, he's called do you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Richarlison's got 1 GA less than Gyökeres. Richarlison, by the way, Richarlison in 2026. Like, we can do this argument.
But I don't think we're trying to big it up and like go, wow.
It's the talk of the town.
We're just saying it might be a bit harsh. Maybe people have been a bit overcritical. I don't know. Maybe they haven't. Maybe he's trash, and we won't win the league because he's crap. I don't know. But I don't.
You would have won the league with or without him. You would have won the league. He's not better than Marino up top. You'd have won the league with or without him. Like, you can't look at me and look at his games. He was phenomenal against Fulham. How many times have you seen that this season? Once against Olympia.
Not enough.
So you can't sit there and tell me and then now look at that 21 goals and say that reflects anything. It doesn't reflect enough. And that doesn't mean he's a complete scrub, but he's nowhere good enough for what you don't need or for what you don't want. And that is not just his fault, just like it was not just who we mentioned, Florian Wirtz. It's also Arteta's fault for not giving him.
I'm with you there.
That's also true as well. He was with Saka. Calafiori is a massive addition. You saw the difference he's made. I know Hincapié's very good. You could even say he's a bit better than Calafiori, maybe defensively.
Yeah.
But going forward,
on the ball, though, Calafiori.
On the ball, he's wonderful. He's
wonderful.
Ridiculous on the ball.
100%.
Ridiculous player on the ball.
I thought Saka as well was good. We got to give Saka
very good.
Very
good. Yeah, very good. Saka's credit as well.
We need him fit and firing, not just he can fit play. We need him fit and looking good, not just he can play now. Because he's such a difference, man, when he comes in.
Because I just wasn't hearing the all comps chat because when Bruno got like 38, as he said in the chat, I was one of the bare people all comps, what do you do in the league? All comps. So like, I just feel like that all comps thing is.
Do you not think he's got better since the new year though, Monts? Like in terms of like his goal scoring, yeah.
I think he has. I think what you guys at least wanted to see was, can you get across your man? That's what you lot weren't seeing.
Yeah, he didn't do that enough. Yeah,
he weren't. And even though it's not a good watch, do the Igor Thiago thing, get across your man.
He's done better in the last few months. He's mad frustrating in my opinion, Gyökeres, but he's started to improve now. And when you look at the stats like that, you think, do you know what? Fair play. Maybe he ain't the flop that we all thought he was. That was my point. Anyway.
Let me get these last super chats in before we wrap up. Ben says, can't take Arsenal fans serious like Igal. One performance from Saka and he's better than Hazard. Put the 5-0 versus West Ham in the bag. The City's tough games could be Bournemouth, maybe Villa. Nah, it won't be Villa. Villa
game's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, Villa game's a weird one. But yeah, I think for me they're focusing
on Villa ain't gonna care. We saw that last night. So that's
their manager as well, man. This Unai Emery's so loser though, man. Somebody's been saying about him. Man.
He is so loser. Yeah, he is a bit of a loser.
Yeah.
Well, you got to block them centrally, innit? Really, that's what you got to do. They have to build up in the middle, but
yeah. No, I'm not live for this absolute bomb game, bro. At 3 p.m., bro. Man's got better things to do than watch Chelsea.
3 p.m. is crazy.
Yeah,
It's giving. You know when they were in the conference league playing against B36 and that.
Yeah, man. No FC in that. I'm sorry, man, but I'm not watching this game. I'll be back for the City game, but yeah, this game is irrelevant. People are saying Nottingham Forest can be dragged back in, but they're fine, man. You know what I mean?
Nah, they can't.
Yeah, Chelsea. They've got to try and finish in a respectable position in the league. They've got to try and
get 6 in it, and then try and get that Champions League spot.
You know what I mean? But that's about it, man. But Chelsea now, bro, I can't lie, man. They're irrelevant. They've got to find out who their manager is.
Their standards are a joke as well, man. Their fans, oh my god, Chelsea's fans are.
I just need them to beat Spurs, man. I just need them to be serious for that one game.
Yeah. I feel sorry for the international fans thinking that, because we have a bank holiday, but the Premier League don't realize, football's worldwide. Like, why would you put it 3 p.m. on Monday when the Americans are waking up at 10 a.m.? You know what I mean? Like, people have got work. Like, what the hell, man? That man is catered to
they don't have bank holiday,
it is what it is. It is what it is, people. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up there. I don't know how many likes we're on right now, but the likes should be up to at least 800. You know what I mean? That was your target for today. So let's get to that ASAP, people. Big up to my guy Spurs King TV, man. Thanks for coming on, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Always, well, love for having me on, man. Big up to the panel. Big up to the chat, man. It was always love. Hit the like button as well, man.
Always. Make sure you subscribe to Spurs King TV. Links in the description. Dan Potts, what are you doing tonight? It's a bit of a weird one. Are you doing the show live tonight?
Man, it's mad. This weekend's been mad with these bank holiday fixes. Messed everything up, man. So we're gonna go live a bit earlier tonight, man. We're gonna go live about 6:30, so we can be done in time for the 8 o'clock game. So yeah, we've got people jumping on from 6:30, some at 7. So it's gonna be a bit of a mad show, man. So yeah, come tune over. And football's 12th man tonight. We're gonna have a similar show to this, and I think even Lawless is jumping on, which is mad. So yeah, it's gonna be a mad show.
Yeah, come on.
Everyone wants me on their shows now, isn't it? All of a sudden,
yeah,
convenient.
That's it, man. That's it, bro. That's it, man. Do you get me? LB, you're live. Watch along tonight. Big one, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Win ain't enough, man. Win ain't enough. We just spoke about it. We need goals. Yeah, we need goals. So let's see what happens, man. But yeah, live at 7 and it kick off at 8. Big up, man. There you
go, people. Man like Lawless, let them know, man, what you got coming up.
Yeah, Lawless live. There should be a video with me, Jamie O'Hara, and Jason Cundy on my channel tomorrow. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So go and subscribe to Lawless Live, and then you can go and see on West Ham Fan TV, my main channel. Go and see the review we did after the Spurs game. My head was gone.
Yeah, big up to you, and big up to man like Big Six Pants. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, just got a little video coming out. Got a few pre-records coming out, but we pretty much kick off back tomorrow. Especially with obviously the Champions League back with Arsenal and stuff, so we're getting the boys back on board. But a lot of content coming in the week. But yeah, just today, just a few more, some short content stuff. Obviously, like the football challenges. I don't know if some of you guys have seen them. Just if you don't name a team, then you get beaten up, kind of thing. It's a really good concept that we've been doing. So that and just a few more short content videos. But that's it. Too much for today. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, there you go, people. There you go. Big up to everyone that's here, man. Make sure you smash a like on the video, subscribe to everyone's channels. We're gonna raid Carefree Lewis. I think he's going live for his watch along, so make sure you go over to his channel as well. I'll be back later on, my Man City versus Everton, big one. LB, over to you now, man. Can you do it?
Man. We must.
There you go. You must.
LB,